on YouTube. How's it going? YouTube community, let's start this up. And without further ado, this is going to be game number 3 here. And also to verify or to clarify any issues with people looking at the OP that I made, and you're looking at the title of this video when it says number 4. I spent about 40 minutes earlier today making sure that I got the order of the VODs correct. I don't actually know who's winning or who wins all the VODs, but I was linking the Chinese VODs because some people might prefer to do that. But in the end, what's important is that I did get the correct order, because actual VOD number 2 that plays is actually like it's some glitched out VOD that the guy uploaded. I don't know why. It's like all the games combined, and then there's some extra game in there. So if you want to watch all of them together, I guess it's not a bad thing to watch. I just didn't put it in here because I can skip ahead and do stuff like that. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be on La Mancha. It looks like the map pool has not really changed at all from the semifinals and stuff like that. These are all the very same maps. Now, La Mancha is probably the map that I don't know personally so much about. I've casted on it before. I wouldn't say there's anything really trademark about it unless someone from chat knows otherwise. I would just call it a general Brood War map. As your third's a little bit, it's not like a Fighting Spirit map where you're going to be able to claim it as easily as Fighting Spirit, of course. If it's a little bit more open, it's a little bit further away to defend, stuff like that. So, fine. All right, it looks like the game will be beginning shortly. And with that, we're going to get into our Zerg versus Protoss match. And whenever they want to begin, you just got to press that OK button. That you guys can't see, but just chilling here. Well, while we're waiting for all that, if you guys want to help out our Chinese caster buddy, go to the Team Liquid thread. Go to teamliquid.com. Go to threads, or go down to Brood War tournaments, and you'll see C-OSL Finals. Then go under the game names that we've seen, so if you don't want to spoil yourself, and then go click on the VOD links, and then press the thumbs up button. You don't have to make an account or anything. I'm sure it helps them out a lot, and I really think it's just a worthy cause to help thumbs up. I always do it at the beginning of our. That's what I do during the music videos that are randomly playing. Spawning on the top left as our purples or red Zerg, I guess it will be Fengzi, and then spawning on the top right as the yellow Protoss, it will be Shen or Shen Bingjing or whatever, Bingjung. My pronunciation of Chinese is quite horrific, and I wish there was some kind of systematic way that these guys would really like to. They would like to, make the colors always consistent. Because the past 2 games, we've had, Fengzi being yellow. But now why make them red, man? Why? Why would you do that? But, anyway. Now, also, again, we'll be favoriting that third base play from Fengzi. It'll be more of a farther away base, because if he goes down the bottom left-hand expo where the natural is, then he can pretty much just get that base. It's cross positions again, and he should be able to get that. So, all that good stuff that Fengzi will do. And what you're seeing there is the third base, and there's no way Fengzi is going to take that. Now, I'm also wondering what Protoss's options would be here, because would I think that would Fengzi go Mutalisks? I mean, he's gone Mutalisks over Lurkers on version 1.0 Sniper's Ridge. This guy really likes his Mutalisks. Now he's changed it up a little bit since the semis. So I don't really know what to predict from him super well, but there's a high chance that he might go Mutalisk, which might be a reason why Fengzi, or why Shen has opened up with two Stargates in the past. So, of course, we're going to have to see how that plays out. As I cannot read minds, I can only, go so far. And I don't know what chat's talking about. I've been paying attention for the past 5 minutes, and apparently there's some bunny chat going on, which I don't know where it comes from. I don't really know where a bunny comes into play. I've never said it, but we'll have to find out. And they're talking about D-Web. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so I believe it was an overpull from Funkza as an opening. Very, very standard stuff right here. And I wouldn't be surprised for him to start rallying another worker down to the bottom left, which it looks like he's doing right now, and just go taking a far third base. In this case, there is no reason why you should not do that. The map is big, it is long, it makes it difficult for him to pressure. Now, does Shen go for that kind of the Forge Nexus, or the Forge Cannon Nexus double gateway opening that he's done in the past? I think he's gonna go Forge. That's not tight. No, that's not tight. And that's not tight. Nope. I'm not sure if that's a space between the forge and the wall either. It looks like a Ling's can't through there, but whatever. Let's just hope that there's another Ling run by. That'd be really unfortunate. And we have the third base being plotted down on the map for Fengzi at the 7 o'clock. All that goody information. It looks like we're awesome, and there we go. Okay. Gonna be putting down the Nexus, it appears. And Fengzi hasn't really made a lot of Lings. Which I'm wondering what prompted him to get the gateway first. That might be, I mean, the wall looks tight. You would think, like, StarCraft 2 would make that tight. Brood War does not. It's a little silly, I know. But for any person that plays StarCraft 2, that is not a tight wall. Or plays both. Or only still plays Brood War that just doesn't know how to wall off. Do 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 do. Alright, Cybercore going down, so he's not going to be doing that random shenanigan double gateway play, as it's so weird. And, alright, so the simulator's going to be going down, second gas is going to be going down for Shen right now. So it looks like he's going to be doing definitely some teching play, probably double Stargate, I'd expect for the double, because of the second simulator going down. Considering, I think it's a little fast, too. I'm assuming double Stargate. I could be wrong. But we'll have to find out. Is that a Spire? That's probably a Spire. Now we'll see if we're going to have another Ling run by Fengzi, because that would be pretty bad. We have a Zealot pressuring the third base right now. It's like, maybe that's the reason why you may want to get a really fast Zealot. And I'm getting mixed signals from what Shen is doing, okay? Oh, no. Is that not tight right there? Is that tight? Really? No, it's not. I knew it wasn't tight. And, yep, Ling's are going to get in the main base. It'll just verify tech. I don't think it's going to do too much, but it is annoying. Was I right about the double Stargate? The only reason why I'm saying I'm getting mixed feelings or mixed signals right here, because the last two games he's opened with like two gateways before any kind of attack, and now all of a sudden he's getting +1 on the Zealots with only have a 1 gateway, which I'm really getting mixed signals here. I really have absolutely no idea why he'd get +1 with only 1 gateway when he's previously gone double gateway. And we're going to have more Lings coming in here. They're going to snipe off the cannon. That Zealot's actually not doing anything. But losing mining time. But oh, that Zealot just got in there at the right time. But he's taking off a lot of hits off those Lings. Oh, no. Might even stop the +1 from finishing up. No, he's just going to continue going into the main base right there. I understand it's a little bit difficult to figure out what's going on due to the bad pixelation, but I cannot fix it. Due to poor Chinese people that do not want to get better internet connection, apparently. Or China doesn't want to get better internet connection. And he's just going to be going in here in the main base again, delaying mining for Shen. Any kind of little thing that Fengzi can do is just going to escalate in the mid game. And it looks like he's going to one Stargate. So I guess I was just wrong because he was just getting upgrades, I guess, or something like that. He might be getting some kind of... like, I don't even know. I'm trying to ponder what I can say right now. What I would say is that we're going to Mutalisks on the way because he's getting +1 Carapace on the air upgrades for Fengzi. And... oh, man. What happened to the music, bro? Man... What happened? Why'd you just pause it? Let's play some Protoss music. There we go. We got some Protoss music going on. Oh, it's probably because I cycled through all of it already. Okay. So he's getting up a decent amount of Corsair. I like this more than sending out, like, an initial Corsair. Or at least, I would ultimately say, from a casting standpoint of just seeing how much damage Corsairs tend to do, normally, if you rally them one by one, they don't do as well with an active Zerg player that's continuing to kill them off, and there come the Mutalisks right now. But generally, I say rally out the first one, find an Overlord, pick it off, go back home. Continue to produce up to 5 of them, and then you pretty much can really, really shut down a lot of airplay that Zerg might do to you. And in this case, that would probably be the best option to stop Fengzi, because again, he really, really, really loves to go Mutalisks. Mutiling. But, yeah. And, alright, so he's gotten +1 ground and +1 air attack. Huh. Peculiar, but that's alright. And it looks like he's going to be sending a small task force down to the third base of Fengzi, while at the same time Fengzi is taking a 4th base right here. These Zealots are trying to get in there. The SimCity isn't perfect, but it looks like it's just going to be enough to scare away the Zealots right now. I'm really not really sure what the Zealots are going to do, as the Mutalisks are coming in here, going to be clearing up the mineral line quite a bit. Immediately the Corsairs do react. They're going to be making their way down here, but not before a couple probes do die. And the Mutalisks will just quickly make their quick escape, and those Corsair are just going to go back in the main base, I guess. And the Zealots are checking for any other bases. I'm not really sure why Zerg would want to take another base down that way, down that route. But, soon things may start getting really bad for Shen. This is probably where he would take a 3rd base. This is probably the time to take one against Fengzi, because Fengzi is going to make a lot of units very quickly instead of a contain. And I would rather much be contained off a 3 base than 2 base. So, alright, Zelda coming back into the 3rd base of the natural of the bottom left-hand main base right there. Corsair were in the natural, and it looks like they're going to be coming down here. Now, he might be sending over DTs as well, as these Corsair are going to be doing a good amount of damage. Now, they might have been in that natural expansion to clear off the Mutalisks. I do not know, as I haven't been given a camera shot, and the minimap is very difficult to read due to poor pixelation and stuff like that, so... And, yep, crazy stuff. And High Templar, oh, okay, so he's gonna make an Archon. Probably should die, though, from the Mutalisks if they target fire it down. We're gonna have an instant replay of the Archon being morphed in there, as that is, you know, crucial importance of this game. Not really. And, okay, we have Lurkers out, and without any obstacle, he might lose this natural. It looks like, actually, Fengzi might lose. Fengzi's taking a lot of damage. These Mutalisks really haven't done a lot enough to really stop or contain Shen, which is kind of really what Fengzi really likes to do. He likes to contain Protoss off a 2 base. At worst case scenario, have a 3 base, but all pretty much like containing him off of 1 base isn't really working, and quite the opposite, actually, because Shen's just making so many Zealots so quickly. He's just like, you know what, screw you. I don't care about your Mutalisks. I have Corsair that can chase you all around the map, and not only that, I can kill off your bases, because I'm awesome. And So the Mutalisks is still trying to dodge. But, I mean, he's lost the bottom left-hand main base, and probably the natural is probably going to be killed off very soon as well. Okay, here comes the Lurker Contain. That can prove to be annoying without OBSEC. may stop +2 from being researched. With these lurkers, though, this might be able to get cleaned up, though. Maybe might be able to keep off this base again. And all right, so there are the DTs coming out to deal with, you know, the Overlord snapping and stuff like that. Now, I wonder what's going on with the air-on-air battles with the Corsair versus Mutalisks going on. As I wonder where both players are left off with their armies, because if the Mutalisks got killed off, that's not great. As those Corsair have been desperately trying to chase them down all across the map right here. So I'm not really sure if the Mutalisks are still amazingly alive right here. Scourge are going to be coming in here. That's a lot of Mutalisks. They are coming up, though, but the Scourge are coming in here to deal a good amount of damage here. Corsair are so beefy, and it looks like Funkza has the air control, and that is not something you want to have happen at Protoss, when you're playing Funkza, at least. As Mutalisks are a lot more common in ZVT. ZVP, I wouldn't say they're as used as much, as due to the high APM requirement for them. But they are very viable, and especially doing high Templar snipes is really, really crucial, especially if you're going like a mid-game central Hydra army, and that's a lot of what Chinese Zergs like to do. And yep. So Funkza, this is exactly where Funkza wants to be. And also it kind of helps him that Shen has completely blocked himself off from getting like his 10, 12 goons out. So, and she can kill off a pylon, I guess. Which I'm not even sure if that's going to be able to get them all through either. We have an attempt to take off a third base right here. Looks like the contain has been broken by, that was put up by Funkza, and we have a fourth base going down for Funkza, I guess in response to the third base going up. But this is not good, because really Shen's not really in position to deal with these Mutalisks right now. Dragoons can get off a couple shots, but they're really not that good. You really need those Mutalisks to really do well, and it's just not... I know those Mutalisks, there isn't a lot of really hard counter Mutalisks unless he forces, you know, High Templar that are in the main bases to help to defend. And also just talking about that, that's just less storms. Those Mutalisks only benefit Funkza, no matter which way you look at it. So, yeah. Now, keep in mind, Funkza's off of maybe 5 hatches now. Might be able to get a lot of Hydra Scout to help defend. He's getting a lot of Sunkens up. This is oh, that storm! A lot of Mutalisks have fallen, which is not going to help Funkza in any way, shape, or form. And, oh, that's not good. That's not good. And this army, though, is pressuring. Now, Funkza has 2 decisions right here. Can he defend it just solely with units coming out of the bottom left-hand bases? Or does he need to help reinforce from the top left-hand bases? That's an option. Or if he can defend it with the bottom left-hand units only, then he could try to do a counter push onto the third base and fourth cancel, which would going to give him leads ahead, as I've seen it so many times happen. But Goons are pretty good at killing off Sunkens right here. Storms are going down to kill off Lurkers that will kill off the Zealots. And these Zealots are just taking damage that you really don't need to. I mean, the Goons could probably just kill off the Sunkens by themselves and just keep the Zealots alive right there. We have a lot of Lurkers or stuff morphing in the natural expansion of the bottom left-hand main base. Not really seeing what Funkza is really doing. Oh, we have Lurkers going onto the third base. Like I said, that's not a bad move if he can kill it off. But he's losing his natural expansion, and do we have a lot of Lings or something coming out? We really need to have that happen, or else Funkza is really going to lose his base for really no reason. Lurkers just got quickly cleaned up by a whole bunch of DTs. And again, there's the DC Corsair, a lot of DTs that Shen likes to go for. And yeah, this base is going down. But I hope he can defend that bottom left-hand most base, but don't think it's going to happen. And does he have OBS? No. I always tend... Okay, no, the OBS is on the way. So, the OBS... The lack of OBS on the natural expansion might allow him to keep the base, but I think he's just going to target fire, and yeah, it goes down. The Lurkers cannot stop the Goons from going into the top left-hand base. And there's more bunny talk in the chat, which confuses the hell out of me. I don't know how StarCraft equals... Wow, that Archon had no HP, apparently. That one Ling took it out. Alright, so that's a lot of stuff by Fengzi, though. Fengzi has a lot of stuff reinforcing the bottom left-hand base right here. So he should be able to defend it. He's trying to target fire down the hatchery, but there's far too much stuff there to defending. DTs are coming in, though. No Overlords in sight. I'm not really sure if Overlord's speed is done, but that hatch is going down. Killing up all the lurkers, too. Oh, those DTs are doing so much damage against Fengzi right now. And, oh, no. Fengzi, man. Alright. That might be a base down at the 4. I'm not sure, but I think that looks like a fourth base going to, or third base now, a new third base going down to the 4 o'clock. Could be wrong, but alright, so Fengzi's not in a very good position right now. That push, that kind of like desperation, I wouldn't say that's borderline all in what Shen did, but man, he did a good amount of damage. Like a really good amount of damage in general. These DTs are doing way too much damage. And again, I think it's partially because those storms initially where Fengzi doesn't have his Metelisks. I think when he loses his Metelisks, that's where Fengzi really is exposed. And I'm not liking this right now, because where does Fengzi take a base? He takes it at the 12, but how close is that to his opponent? Super close. Like, that just doesn't help him in this case at all, so... Oh, man. Scourge are dying, too. Well, Fengzi tried. I'm just not seeing how Fengzi can come back. No, Fengzi, why? Okay. I think he'd cancel the 12, maybe. Oh, he's gonna be double standing to the bottom left. I mean, that's just a lot of goons. And also partial, well, he has Hive Tech now, which, I mean, again, you know, rarely Zergs ever get in China. But you'll notice, though, we have a delayed cannon rush, too, apparently. These Lings are gonna get a high tempo time. But if you notice, too, with the unit compositions that Fengzi had, it was mainly, I mean, like I said, generally speaking, I think Fengzi's best play is Ling Lurker. I mean, Ling Muta. But he's gone a lot of Lurkers this game, and with this amount of goons, like 1,000 goons, goons are really good against Lurkers, just due to their insane range. And because of that, I think that the larva that was spent on Hydras and Lurkers should have been Lings. Because there really wasn't a lot of Zealots in the mix. You know, in the early... Well, it's actually really smart what Shen did, because he pressured with a ton of Zealots to begin with. Then he made like a pure Dragoon switch. And then he's kind of left with all these Lurkers that... now is just not in preparation for. I guess he did so much damage with the Zealots, and then he just made a quick transition that Fengzi didn't initially have, and now this happens, where he's lost so much stuff. And, I mean, even with Dark Swarm, I'm not really seeing this going to work. Well, GG by Fengzi. So game number 3 will be going down to Shen. So congratulations to Shen to take game number 3 here, guys. So, again, I'll be back momentarily with the music video. People on YouTube, rate, comment, subscribe, and people on stream.